Depending on what age, I think that when you're younger, you don't make the most appropriate decisions for yourself, but I do think that the fact of the matter comes down to you have to weigh out whether or not it's worth to have this person have access to information which could potentially save their life versus being ignorant to that information. And just because they have access to condoms doesn't mean necessarily that they're going to all of a sudden make the choice to go out and have sex all of a sudden.
Just because prostitution is legalized doesn't mean I'll go out and use it. Just because marijuana is legalized doesn't mean I'll go out and use it.
Definitely.
Okay.
I agree.
No, it goes against your earlier arguments, but
if you evaluate the cost and benefits of handing out condoms to, even if the students do go and have more sex because they have condoms, I think it's worth it for them to use condoms.
I completely agree, actually.
Rather than not, than not distribute them at all. It's more profitable. I mean, I guess it's the benefits are more if we hand them out and have more people have sex with condoms and just have a few people have sex without condoms.
I agree, but the point is that, like, if we talk about the parents that are involved that don't want their kids to have condoms, they don't because they think their kids are abstinent, and now the school's made a decision against the parents' wishes, right? It's just interesting to watch the way people's positions change.
See, if you're a good parent, assuming you're a good parent, then even if the school does hand out condoms, you as a parent had to talk with your kids. You know what kind of behavior you should know what kind of behavior your kids have or engaging in. So that shouldn't be a problem.
Well, no, my parents were good parents. They don't necessarily know everything that I was doing.
Did they talk to you about sex though?
Yeah.
They told you what was right, what was wrong.
Yeah, I would. Okay. I mean, kids aren't going to go and share everything with their parents, no matter how good of a relationship.
No, you don't have to share it with the parents, but I mean, they would tell you, like, if you ever do engage in this, they might say you shouldn't engage in it, but if you do, you should use a condom.
So, Brad, what do you think about sex education then? Just general.
It's fine.
So you don't think that would necessarily increase the amount of...
Not necessarily. You're not condoning sex when you're teaching how sex works, no.
Wait, I'm against pornography being legal,
Mm-hmm.
but I am for high school kids getting condoms, just like I am for drug users getting clean needles, and I am for actually maybe even prostitutes getting free condoms, even though I do not wish it to be legal. And for me, condoms you're providing a safety tool. I don't think you're condoning it as much. I don't think it's. I see it as a safety tool.
My big question is why in schools? Why in schools? Because if you're doing it in schools, then it's the government saying it's okay. We say we're going to give support.
Because it's education. It's part of education. I received
sex education. Fine, videos, sex education, but condoms is taking it a step.
Where else are you going to find all of those teenagers?
Planned Parenthood.
No, you're not.
No, you're sure
not.
Right.
When you're already sitting in the waiting room of Planned Parenthood, you already have sex, and you already might be pregnant.
Planned Parenthood gives out free condoms. I knew that when I was in
high
school.
How many Planned Parenthoods are there in this state?
Well, maybe instead of funding free condoms in schools, fund more Planned Parenthoods. I don't know.
And then if you don't have a car, you take the bus and then hide it from your mom and your parents.
You put up fine. Make a condom. Give out free condoms at liquor stores. I don't know. Somewhere else.
I think that you can find it other ways besides in high schools.
Exactly.
And you can leave the government out of it.
Yeah, but it's most likely if it's some other places other than high school, those high school students will not go and get them unless you get them for free in the high school.
Instead of putting condoms in schools, they can increase the amount of sexual education, increase the videos, they can promote abstinence rather than safe sex. I mean, there's a lot of other options. They can put condoms outside of the schools, hand them out in other locations, like he said. Other ways of handing out condoms.
What's outside
high schoolers?
What's outside of the school? Give me an example.
At the mall.
The church.
At the mall.
At the mall.
That sounds. Yeah, actually, that sounds pretty. Sounds yeah.
I'd rather hire 4, 5, 6, 12 people to go walk around at malls and hand out condoms than have them in a school. I'd rather do it that way.
And I think the problem is the high school, because in college, I don't see it as big of a problem. But in a high school, I do see it as a problem.